So this is our first time using it, and we're gonna try to test to see how well it is. All right, we're in the gently shake, and now we compare.
These are the things that we want to protect: our land and our animals.
Bringing down our next water tank.
Next addition to our water system. We've been bringing it like this from the entrance of the neighborhood.
100 liters for 16 people.
Good distance. Well, we've been doing this for the past probably 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Rolling it.
Too weird to carry. We're hoping the dragging of it doesn't break it. This won't go that far.
This is fun, no?
Yeah, it'll work out.
That should be fine, no?
Huh?
Or we pick it up.
Why not?
Should be fine, no?
There you go. Go, go, go.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just
Slow.
slow. In case it doesn't puncture anything. Listen, baby. Go.
Yeah?
Is it on the ground?
Yeah. You got it?
Yeah.
We didn't have this delivered because we weren't able to. Whenever we get things delivered to us, it's only in the main town and we have to get it to our home. Being in the mountains, this is the type of things that happens when we don't have paved roads or easy access.
Coming. Keep coming. Be careful. All right, I'm gonna set it down. Stay.
Okay.
Grab it.
Okay. So that's it. 2,500 liters compared to that one. You do see a big difference.
We need to move all of this so we can put that there. We've moved most of it, as you can see. It is now dug. I'm gonna have to see how good it is. Do the same thing I did for this one. So the reason why we have this second tank here is because water does occasionally go out. They stop it for several hours or a couple of days. And we got this second tank that is much bigger than our first tank. Just in case the water doesn't come back, now we have this tank that can last several more days compared to our much smaller tank. Well, we're having a new water tank right over there. It's very big compared to the last one. And we're having a second one because we want to collect rainwater. And we have a second tank over there so that we can start having more water. In the future, we're going to try to collect rainwater, but it's dry season, so we're still going to have normal water coming through. And then in the future of that, we're going to have something to clean out all the water later on, so it could also be used as our drinking water. But so we have to start off somewhere, and so we're starting off with the tank. And once we can get this tank installed, we'll be able to start watering the land a lot more, and we're going to try to free it up from chlorine and other things that we have inside of the tank.
So now what we're gonna do is, this is the filter is huge for the big tank, and then we have the small one for this tank. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it right before they hit the tanks. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty similar. No, you can't tell.
This is for sediments.
Oh wow, that's very different.
No string, no different rings.
Oh. Oh yeah. So we decided to put them both together at the back, so that way we have like some sort of double filtration, I suppose.
Yeah.
There we go, double filtration.
I've used it today. Where is she? There she is. What is happening, Boo Boo?
We're gonna put a tarp over here because this sun is painful.
For some of us.
For the sun, for us and for the tanks, because it's better if they're protected.
Yeah.
It'll be big enough to cover the 2 tanks.
Sadly, during a heavy storm, the tarps began to rip and we had to take them down. We do need to put a permanent structure in the future.
Final connection, and we cut this one over here to bring it to the main line. This is the line that goes down to our house. All right, our setup is over. We now have water coming into both tanks. So we got our thin Maya. What is Maya in English?
Fence?
Fence? No. Whatever this is called.
Holy sheets?
Holy sheets. It's a very thin, tiny type of material. And so what we've read is that if we let the water sit in here for a couple of days, 2 to 3 days, and a lot of the contaminants should go away. And so they say if you leave it open, it's even better and faster. So Eric got this so that we can keep any, I guess, dirt or like insects from going in. There you go.
From what you guys already know is that we get water. We're still connected to the public water. We're using these tanks currently to store a lot of our water. So we're not sponsored by them, but we did hear about this company right here. We did our research and it's a pretty good DIY water testing kit. So it comes with quite a few tests, and of course it comes with what it needs to look like, and it tells you if you can see in green. So it shows you how much is okay according to the EPA. So we do have a nice little faucet, so we are filling up a little cup of water, and that's what we're going to try to test. So it also says that it's done immediately, and this is our first time doing this. And that's one of the reasons why we haven't started a garden. We want to make sure we can get good water for our garden, and this is also, we want to make sure that we can get good water for our animals. We do currently give our dogs some of the purified water that we get, that we buy, that it comes in those big blue containers that are purified, and we need to start doing better for our chickens and our future animals. So this is our first time using it, and we're gonna try to test to see how well it is, and then what we need to do to try to make it better.
All right, so finally we get to see what is in there. I'm a little nervous, to be honest.
All right, we're in the gently shake, and now we compare.
Well, that's better like that. No.
All right.
Yeah.
So it says do it in natural light. So again, that one, what does it look like? 6.5, 7?
Which one? The first one?
Yeah, the pH.
It looks very dark.
Yeah?
So I don't know.
I think maybe it's leaning more towards 6. I think you're
Yeah.
right. So then the second one is hardiness. It's not as dark. It's not super dark. So maybe it's somewhere in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next one is
Hydrogen sulfide.
sulfide, which is pretty 0. So that's good.
Yeah.
Blank, which means it's okay. Now iron. Yeah, that's not pink. So
No.
that means it's okay. There's no iron. This is copper. What does copper look
0.
like? It looks like almost close to 0, or even 0.2, a little bit faded, right?
Yeah.
Alright, but that's good. Lead,
0.
0, right? Because
Yeah.
that's not pinkish. Great. Manganese?
Manganese,
0.
0. Good.
Total chlorine.
Oof, there you can see.
What is that, 0.5? That's not like super pink though, right?
No, of course not. So it's still
0.5 or
even 1 would be
you
okay.
could argue, yeah, 1. And so then the next one is Mercury. Mercury looks a little white.
It does.
Oh, but then I assume that's a good thing, no?
I suppose.
Because the darker color means it's
That means
terrible.
there's no trace, yeah.
All right, Nitrate also looks white, right? So maybe even 10.
It may be even 10, but it doesn't look pink.
Right, it doesn't look like it's getting pink. And then Nitrate again. I guess there's 2 nitrates just in case.
Maybe a 1, I suppose, yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, now we have our first bad one.
All right, Sulfate. We have. That's definitely going up. That may. I don't know if that's 20 or 400, 200 or 400.
I think it's more
You think that's like 800?
because it doesn't look purple, it looks bluish. You see?
Okay.
No, maybe it does look a little purplish now.
I think maybe 400.
Now, yes, yeah, 200.
Yeah, 2 to 400 maybe. You could argue 400, but I feel like it's leaning towards 200.
Yeah.
All right, and then Zinc.
Okay.
Zinc is pink. So
Yeah.
arguably between these two, I don't think it's like that.
No, that's clearly different.
All right. And then Fluoride. All right, so Fluoride is the guy.
Oh, it's still good.
You think so? You don't think
Yeah.
that's getting a little orange?
No,
No?
but it's not very red either.
Yeah, right?
But it's more red than it is whatever that color is.
Yeah, right. It's not getting orange,
No.
right? That
No.
doesn't match. All right, and sodium chloride.
Oh,
That's brown, no?
that's brown.
Maybe.
No,
I think that's pretty
brown.
right? Because it's saying like it's supposed to turn white,
Yeah.
but that's heavily brown,
Yes. Yeah. Now look with
Yeah,
the
right.
light.
right?
Yes.
All right, and then alkalinity, whatever that is yellow 0, which is bad apparently.
Okay.
You want it to
To
have
be
a little bit.
alkaline. It's something you hear when you talk about gardening, but I don't know.
Yeah,
what
because
it
this one means it's very acidic.
Yeah.
Alkaline means that I guess it's balanced a little bit more.
So the alkaline and the pH are not good.
Yeah. So this tank here, we fill up and we try not to even touch it for a couple of days. At the beginning, we used to have a tarp at the top to cover it up so that we can even take off the cap. And when we took off the cap, it can, dissipate some of the chlorine and things like that. At least that's what we were hoping for. And it can kind of look like that. So I'm actually a little bit happy with these results compared to what I really thought was going to happen. Now the only main problem is sometimes it gets cut off. And that's why we're trying to develop more tanks. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with this now.
Yes, this is really good news. I was really worried. I was very negative. I thought it was going to be all kinds of things in there. But maybe the 3 filters that we already have in place and what we're doing with each tank, maybe that's really helping.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy with this now. Of course, the acidity we have to fix and the alkalinity, but we'll
Yeah.
figure that out over time.
Yeah, that's a lot less to work with for the
Yeah.
future. So, great.